Welcome in, everybody, to the Talking Stick, episode number 5. We have a special guest today representing the Aztec culture. Learn something about that culture as well as indigenous south of the border, so it'll be kind of interesting too. Not just on our culture here in the United States, but also down south. She's pretty well known. So let me see if I can get her, and Yendi could talk for a bit.
So we have Linda. As I started going into, I wanted to learn about Aztec dancing, and then a friend told me where they were going to have sad, and then that she told me that her friend is going to be there, and then I started following her, and been following her for a little bit, and she's pretty cool. Like, she's very into her culture, and she knows a lot, does a lot, so I thought she would be another person, a great person to have on here.
So if you have questions, drop them in the chat, please. Don't forget, what is it, 15% off Talking Stick code?
Yes,
and then,
Talking Stick.
If you want to show off the new face mask that'll be premiering.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got some new fabric. This one, we had it already, but the people that I bought this from, well, the main company came out with this version of it.
You're closer up top.
Let's see. It's a little different if you saw, or if you go to our website, you'll see the slight difference, but it's pretty much the same. But this is the new one. This is the new design.
Wow.
Yeah. We're going to have it in the, this is the like original style of mask that we have. And then we also have the 2.0. I don't know where the other ones are at, but you can see it on our website.
Yeah.
So these should be available hopefully tomorrow if someone puts them on the website.
Oh. Hey!
Hi!
I was having trouble. I was like, I'm having technical difficulties.
It happened.
Good, I was getting balled out right now, so good thing you came on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Nice to finally meet you guys.
You too. I was just sharing with everybody. Well, we can get into that, how like I found out about you and stuff, but let's go ahead and start it off before we start chit-chatting. I'm Nieto. I'm Cachiquel Maya from my mom's side. I'm Mexican from my dad's side.
John Nieto from a Tule River Indian Reservation, a Tule River tribe. Not your cousin today.
Then we have Linda. Go ahead.
Linda and mis papás son de Oaxaca, Mexico, y we're Zapotecos.
Thank you. I found out about you from a friend that was, so I was trying to get into Aztec dancing, right? And then I saw somebody else post it on Instagram. Let me see your phone real quick. I forget her name, but she does, oh my God.
Oh, Emily.
Oh my God, she's gonna get mad at me. Huh?
Emily.
Oh, okay, Emily. Oh my God. She's gonna get mad. I didn't remember. But okay, so she was the one that told me, they're having dance at Graph Lab, and my mom lives down the block from there. So I was like, okay, I'll go there next time. And she said, okay, this is my friend that's gonna be there. So then I said, okay, cool. I started following you, and then I went there, and then I happened to know Chris. Chris happened to know Johnny, and they happened to know each other. So then when I was there, he was, we talked a bit, and then that's how I started following you. And then I would just look at all your awesome posts, your dance, your flute, your clothing, and everything that you have going on too.
Thank you. The world is so small, huh? We're all connected. It's so cool.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's right there. Yeah, I was so excited. And then the pandemic happened. I was only able to go to 2 classes, and I was so sad.
I went to 1.
Oh man. Yeah, that's where I learned actually. That's Chris taught me my first steps, definitely.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they just nurtured me into this on Sunday.
Oh, that's cool. Now I'm sad. The whole pandemic, kind of ruined it, but I guess I could learn a different way now. I think that's just my challenge. Well, what are you gonna do now, Yendi? If you can't go to this, how are you gonna learn? But I was really excited to learn about that side because my dad is Mexican, and so I'm trying to learn more about my culture on that side of the family. And they don't really know much, so I have a friend who also dances, and she kind of took me in, or she took me to one ceremony, and so I'm like, I can ask her some questions here and there, but that's how I'm like slowly trying to get into it.
Yeah, I
And
think that's how we all start, you know? We all start not knowing what's right from left either. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah, definitely. I remember starting, like, I didn't know what was going on. Like, you don't know anything, you know? Like, you just enter, like, círculos, like nothing. And then there's, like, certain ways you have to enter, certain ways you have to exit. And I didn't know any of that. So, definitely, I think we all definitely start not knowing, like, what's going on.
oh yeah. Thank you. That makes me feel a little better too, because I was just like, it can be intimidating for anybody trying to
It
learn
could.
anything.
It is. That's
Yeah.
very true. Some people do ask me, and I'm like, it could be very intimidating, especially when you go to Círculo and
Mhm.
everybody already knows what they're doing, and you're just starting off, and you're just like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like I don't know where to go, but it's
Uh-huh.
okay. We just
And
fight
then you
through
don't want
it.
to be asking questions all the time, like, am I doing this right? This and that? Like, what about now? What about
Oh
this?
no,
What
girl,
about
ask
that?
questions. I ask questions all the time. It's okay.
Sometimes I get shy because I don't want to feel like I'm asking too many questions. Like, I gotta just throw myself in there
That's
sometimes.
true.
Like, they tell me, okay, now go do it. Not just stop and ask questions, more questions, just go. But yeah,
That's true. That's true.
hopefully I continue on. I will to learn, and I'll learn from you too. I've learned some things.
I was gonna say that. I hope so. You can ask me all the questions you want. Hey, I don't mind.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Let me let me go ahead and start this off, Linda. So, what did you want to say anything?
No, we're good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you happen to speak any other language besides English and Spanish?
I don't.
Okay.
So my
That's
parents,
okay.
my grandparents speak fluent Zapoteco. My dad spoke Zapoteco, English.
So let's say kinda. You kind of speak the other language. Let's put that down as a little. And what are your favorite things to do? I know you have your own little business going on too.
Yes. Sorry, I think I'm not sure if it's my reception. You're like cutting off a little bit.
Oh, okay. Were you able to hear my questions? Or what are
No.
your favorite things to do?
What are my favorite? Oh, definitely. I love to play music. That's definitely what's been, I guess you could say, what's been grounding me during the pandemic, because there's no danza, there's no practice, there's no way to release the stress or whatever it is that you're feeling that day. So definitely right now, I think I've been connecting with music a lot more. So I play ancestral music, like a lot of the beats that we play are beats that are in danza. And I play clay flutes, I play wooden flutes, I play the panwewe. So definitely right now, my favorite thing to do is music.
Nice. Yeah, and that's true because, like you said, you got to get it out somehow. And
Mm-hmm.
if those of you out there that haven't, let's say, like experienced it, like that connection to the music, to the drum, even if it's an Aztec dancing or at powwows, like when you hear that drum in you, it's just like you just feel so connected to it, like it pulls you
Mm-hmm.
into it. It's very beautiful to experience that. And if you
Yes.
don't have access to it, anybody out there, you can YouTube it. Some people have uploaded it on there, and just try to sit there and just close your eyes and like try to connect to it, hear it, and feel it. But that's
Yes,
very true. That's
definitely.
that's good that you said
Um,
that.
I love going to powwows. Like, even though that's technically like not my culture, but definitely the connection between the drums. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so beautiful how like we're different types of indigenous peoples, but our connection to the drum is just so strong,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of where you're from, you know? So definitely I love the drums.
Me too. When we went to Chris's practice, my little daughter just went straight to
The drum.
the drum. Do you call it the
That's so
drum?
cute. Yeah, the
Okay,
wewe, yeah.
the wewe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she went to they happened to have a little one, and she just went straight to it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, not knowing. I'm like, I'm so sorry, like, should I take her away or something? And then either Chris or one of the drummers was like, no, it's okay, she can be on there. And because they were so welcoming, they were like, we want kids to participate, get involved, so they feel like it's okay and that they can get involved. And
Yes,
yeah,
of
she was up
course.
there for like a cool minute, just going and going. I thought it was so
That's
cute
so
to see
cute.
her, participate in that. And she kind of pushed me to like, come on, mom,
Let's
I'm doing
dance.
it.
Yep.
Let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's
dance.
I
do
bet, I bet. I think it's so awesome, especially like you could see the difference between like kids that start danza and then adults that start danza. Because kids, they're just so pure and they do not care. Like
it.
they're just there to do what they're feeling in that moment. And that's why I love seeing kids in danza because it's genuinely what they're feeling in the moment. And
Hmm.
that's so cute. And I'm so glad that you got to experience that with your daughter. That's
It
really
was
cute.
nice. It was nice to see, and everybody was nice too. They let Yanessa use one of their rattles, so she
Oh.
can feel more. What did she say? So she could feel more included,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, yeah. It was really cute.
That's so
Um,
cute. Yeah, definitely. I brought my little brother when he was only like, I think he was only 8 or something like that. So they're big with the
oh,
kids. We had a lot of little kids at some point. They're like definitely during the corona, I feel like they all just hit like the teenage years now. But there
oh,
was a point where it was just little kids like just running
oh,
everywhere. Yeah, so it's really
that's
cute.
nice. All right, so let's go to. Do you have a favorite dish?
Oh,
Like
definitely.
China dish, like China dish,
No.
the
Or
foreign dish.
if you have a few, you can name a few.
Oh, I have a few. So Oaxaca, you guys, like not because I'm Oaxaqueñ or anything, but our food is really like it's on point. So my favorite dish right now is mole. Mole, black mole. Oh my God,
Okay.
it's so bomb. We have clayudas, which is like a big tortilla, you could say.
Mhm.
We have quesillo. We have tortas de cecina.
Damn.
We have everything. It's so
I need to
bomb.
stop.
Yeah. If you guys are ever in LA, I'll send you guys the restaurants we go to. It's so
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yes. There's this restaurant called Oaxaca, California in downtown LA. If you guys are ever hungry, you can definitely go over there, you guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna write it down. I have to go maybe tomorrow if I can make it, if the grapevine isn't closed
yeah.
because of the snow and the ice.
Oh, okay. Where
Okay.
do you guys live?
Right now, huh? Right now in Bakersfield.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's colder up there for sure.
It's colder. It's colder on Thule.
I don't like the cold.
But I was born and raised in LA, and
Okay.
once I met Johnny, then we moved to Thule, and I was there for a few years, and then we just moved to Bakersfield about three months ago. We just
Oh,
moved here.
wow.
I wanted to be a bit closer to my family in LA,
That's
so
cute. I get that. I get that. I just recently moved to like Koreatown, and it's so funny because
oh,
I'm like my family. I'm very family
hmm.
and my family is very united. So I was like, I'm gonna miss my family, and I'm like, I'm down the street, like.
But it's different though because like yeah, you're not in the same household with them, where you can't just like talk to them right away. But you'll
Exactly.
but you'll like you'll kind of get used to it, or you'll find ways to communicate with them and still be connected.
Yeah,
Me,
that's true.
so my brothers and me and my sisters and my brother, we all FaceTime all the. Whenever we speak to each other, we FaceTime, and that's just a way that we feel like it's more personal versus
Yeah,
just talking on the
that's
phone.
true. Because you guys do have that face-to-face contact for sure.
Yeah. But Johnny hates it. He's all like, "Why do you FaceTime me?" I'm like, yeah, "What's wrong?" He goes, "No, just text me."
He hates it. Oh, he's so funny.
That's because it's FaceTime and she's just
Hang
on
on,
the
baby.
phone doing nothing, not looking at me. And me, instantly, I like to look and talk to you,
All
but
of a
she's just like,
sudden, all of a
I'm like,
sudden.
okay, just
Oh, okay,
call me
okay.
or text me so I don't have to
He
worry
wants
about
your
looking at
undivided
you. Yeah,
attention.
exactly. It's like, duh.
Mhm.
You're getting dizzy because she's moving the phone so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody said, "Amo los tacos." Oh, I thought that was a restaurant. Hang on, baby. Okay. Okay, and then let's see. Another question that I have is, hang on, baby. Okay, Hannah, can you ask her that right there? Or you can word it.
Which one do you got?
This one right here. This one.
Something unique about your tribe.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Something unique
Yeah,
about
there's
my
a lot of different things you could talk about.
Yeah.
I'll let you decide.
I think maybe our language, it's very, I hope anyone out there, if you guys have resources on how I could learn Zapoteco, please let me know. But I think it's unique because, for example, like my grandmother's pueblo and my grandfather's pueblo, they're both Zapoteco, but they can't understand what they're saying to each other. So it's very, like, the language is very, very complex because it's not the same. So it's not like, oh, like let's learn Zapoteco and there's like a certain way to learn it. It isn't, because it's so diverse and so complex that it's hard to, like, yeah. So I think that's something definitely unique.
Yeah.
And there's so many different types of other indigenous people within Oaxaca, because Oaxaca is the state in Mexico with the largest population of indigenous people. So there's so many different types. We have Mixtecos, we have Chinantec, we have Triqui, we have Zapotecos. So I think it's beautiful how diverse it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That's cool.
I think something else is we eat chapulines, which is called, they're little crickets.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys seen that. I guess that's something unique too. People are always kind of like, what is that? Like, yeah, we chapulines.
You know, when I would go to Mexico, they would have that, but I would never dare myself to eat it. I couldn't. I could never. I just couldn't.
You
do
should.
it.
The little ones are pretty good. I could do the little ones. The big ones, like where I could actually like see it's like a grasshopper. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the little ones.
Yeah.
Are the bigger ones like chewier?
Yeah, they're just like crunchier. But the little ones, hey, I'll mess those up any day. And they're actually highly nutritional, so they're very, very good for you. Actually, yeah.
And I heard, but even that, I still can't try it.
You grow some crickets right now, man. Damn. That's why the jokes are lame. They look
I know.
crickets.
When the corona's over and you guys go to practice, I'll bring you guys some chapulines.
Okay. All right.
I want the big ones though. Grasshoppers.
Okay. I'll get them.
Yeah. What would you tell your younger self, like teenage years when you were learning everything? What would you tell your younger self, culturally or aspect of that, if you go back time? Can you hear me? Is it breaking up?
Knowing what you know now.
It's breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Come on now, it's that downtown LA stuff.
She's in Koreatown.
Oh, Koreatown?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, there. I think we're back.
No, we're just talking crap. We're just talking crap. We're just talking crickets.
Okay, so we were trying to ask you, knowing what you know now culturally, what would you tell your younger self then, what you know now?
I think definitely don't be ashamed, because I definitely remember my parents put me in Oaxaca folklore at a young age. And I remember hiding that, like middle school. I remember not really telling people that what I was doing, because, it's just that I think it's a hard age as well, because you just get picked on, like you get called like India and like stuff like that. So I was very ashamed. And I think now what I do with my little brother, and he's young, I tell him not to be ashamed and to be proud of where he's coming from. And I wish that I would have had that as a little girl. And I think that's definitely what I would have told myself. Just be who you are. It's okay that you're a little different, but it's okay.
That's so true. I'm sure a lot of us struggle with that, because you just want to fit in and you want to just be part of something, especially those that may not have known or have access to the culture. A lot of us can fall into like bad ways, or like doing bad things, or not knowing, not having that guidance. And yeah, we should all embrace it. Like it's something very beautiful. And
yeah, I think now it's been very beautiful. I feel like it's starting to be more like knowledgeable, or like the awareness is starting to spread more. So now I feel like it's so beautiful. Like, oh, I wish like this era would have been like when I was in middle school. Then I would have probably been a little bit more confident with who I was, you know? It's okay.
No, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Let me see. Like, I'm trying to say, yeah, with me. But I didn't have that. I didn't have access to it at all. And so I think that's another struggle that people have, is that, you know, where do you even begin? Where do you go if you want to find that? And so, yeah, it took me to like so long. I'm already like 32 and I'm barely getting into it or learning. Shut
It's never
up!
too late.
And
It's never too late though.
it's never too late. And I try to say that too, like no matter what age you are, because I don't feel like I'm 32 either. But
You don't look 32. Hey. You guys are funny.
he thinks he's funny.
Well, I am funny. That's why you girls eat crickets. To get rid of them.
I don't get
There you go.
How long have you, let's say, been dancing for? Or when did you start learning?
Salsa dancing.
No.
So I started in high school, I believe. I was a junior, and I had a friend that knew I did folklore. But I remember even when I did folklore, like Danza Azteca would come out right before we would go dance. And I would always just, like a little girl, just stand there and just like stare at the drum, because that's literally what would call me. So then in high school, I had a friend that was like, hey, like I know people that do Danza Azteca. Do you want to go? And I was like, yeah, like I definitely. So she took me, and that's when I met Chris and my best friend China, and that's how I started doing Danza Azteca. It's been, I think, like 6 to 7 years now that I've been in Danza Azteca. Yeah, I love it. I love everything about it.
Yeah. You know, when I was younger, you just reminded me when I was younger, and I don't know, maybe if this was Chris's group, but across the street from Graph Lab, there's a park. In that park, there used to be dancers there a long time ago. I was probably in high school too. And I would watch too, like it would catch my attention, and then I'll just be standing there watching, and they would ask like, oh, do you want to participate? And I was too shy, like way too shy. That I wasn't even, like my mind wasn't even there to like, oh, this is part of me too, like, and I can learn. Like I was just like, no, I'm gonna just watch. I'm gonna just stand right here from a distance, and that was it. And then it had been around for a little bit, and then I didn't see it for a while, and then until I started researching about myself, then I found out about powwows, and then it's just been like a whole venture after that. And so I'm trying to get into Aztec dancing too and learning.
And I think that's what's beautiful about Danza Azteca too, is how it's like, it's not necessarily, how can I say, it's not Oaxacan culture, but in danza there's so many detribalized, is that the word? Native people that the closest thing that we do have to our cultura is Danza Azteca. So I think it's awesome because Danza Azteca is a mixture of all different types of people in Mexico. You get me? We have Guanajuato, we have Oaxaca, we have, I think I even know somebody that's from Colombia. And he's not even Mexicano, but he's in danza because the drums just call him. And I think that's what's beautiful about danza. And so everybody's so welcoming, and it doesn't really matter, like, oh, like, are you a full-blown, you know, like a native and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, it was always welcoming when I would go, even though I was still like shy and stuff. Like people would be like, "Oh yeah, that's okay. Like, go ahead, just try it." But yeah, it can be intimidating, but who cares? Just go do it.
Just go. If they go left, just go left. If they go right, just go right.
That's what I was doing. Who cares if you're like the last one doing all the steps? Just go. When I would get the hang of the steps, I'm like, okay, I got it. Then something else, they'll throw in another step. I'm like, I just figured it out. And then you got to learn those next few steps, and then it was just like,
but I think that's also what you learn in danza, you know, patience. Like you're not gonna learn everything as soon as you start. And I think if you're consistent and you're patient, then of course you start to learn more and more and more. That's cool.
I miss it now. Yeah, because it was pretty fun. And I have I'm following, so I have this other dance group that I'm following because it's closer over here, but it's still like a little bit further. The teacher is se llama Chico. And,
Chico.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I've been, right now they're having Facebook, no, they're having Zoom meetings, and I've been attending some of those. And so that's how they've kind of have had them going on now. They did have classes at the beginning, but they're all Zoom now.
What are they teaching them?
Medicine. They're talking about medicine, the medicine in plants right now. The first one I attended, they had like a short video of some steps, and they shared a YouTube video for you to practice and for you to watch. And yeah, so far the last few classes have just been medicine on plant medicine.
Yeah.
And so there's like teachers that share it, talk about like where they come from. Then you have another lady talking about like how to cook it and how to prepare it and what it does. And so everybody like shares in what they know.
Yeah, that's cool. I actually had seen those, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do it too. Cause I got, I think you had one on Sunday, I believe. And then the other one, I think it's like right now, literally, or something like that. Yeah, but I ended up Chico's because he hosts a yearly Two-Spirit ceremony. And that's how I went to his space, his Círculo, and it was so beautiful. Like the work he does, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Like, and his place it's close to Tule as well, I believe.
Yeah, it's in Springville.
Yeah. So definitely good people to learn from. Yeah.
Say Tule again.
Tule? I say it the Mexican way.
Yeah, like
Tule.
Like went like that to me. Like, wait, what?
You're like, what? You guys say Tuli, huh?
Yep.
Tuli? We say Tule. We have our accent. Tule.
Yeah.
But I think I went to Tule River for a bear ceremony.
Couple years back, huh?
A couple years back,
like
yes.
3 or 4, maybe 4. Right.
I think it was like 2 years ago or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. That was the first time I was there. But I'm yeah, I remember the bears danced. And
cool.
It's so beautiful there. I was like, I was so amazed. I was like, I love being in nature. So I was like, wow, like it's
Did it scare you going up to the
Yeah, a little.
The campgrounds?
A little bit. But also Oaxaca is kind of like that too. Like there's not really like roads and stuff, you know?
Where you look over the edge and the mountains and dip down.
Yeah,
that's scary.
I was like, it's okay, I've been here before.
Hey, I've gone up there a few times and I'm still scared every time. Yeah. Like, and I can't drive up there. I mean, I did it once. I was so scared though. I
wouldn't drive, definitely. I would not drive.
And then when the cows come on the road, did you see any cows?
No.
They get in the way too. Like you gotta.
And the bears.
I did see a bear. Yeah, I was gonna say I did see a bear though.
Yeah, they're up there, black bears.
Like people warned me, right? Like, oh, like you might see a bear, and I was just like, okay, like I didn't believe them. But then when I saw the bear, I was like, oh damn, like
that's a bear.
Right.
And they just chill right there by the little river, just waiting for you to go to sleep or whatever.
I saw it by the Círculo. What's it called? The fire, where the fire is at. Yeah. That's where I saw it, and like they're like, oh, it's a baby bear. So I was like, okay, it was not a baby bear.
Where's the mom at?
I was like, what's a baby bear to you guys? Because that's not a baby bear.
So funny.
I stayed very close to the car.
I know we hear a lot of, not complaints, but like a lot of incidents where they go in and break up the tents and they're looking for food, of course. And we have our big old kitchen style there, right? You see the kitchen, and it has
Yeah.
our cover with the lock on it, and then they
Yes,
put the
yes,
straps
yes.
up with all the food up in the trees and everything. And
Yes.
the bears still get the stuff somehow.
They're smart creatures. They're
They're
beautiful,
over
you
there
know.
chilling with their paws, eating potato chips like nothing,
They already
having a
know
good
what's
time.
up.
Yeah, they're funny though, but always gotta look out though, because there might be more.
Yeah, or like when they say if there's a baby, then there's a mom around, and I'm like, okay,
I
like.
know my aunt and my nephew, they were on bear patrol one night, and they had the same situation. And she was throwing stuff at them because they're coming in just bugging. Everybody's asleep, so we don't want to disturb everybody. But the bears were just coming, knocking over everything.
Oh my
And
god,
my nephew's up there too. He's old. My nephew's he's up there too, watching on guard with his piece just in case, like ready to
oh my
go,
god,
just in
that's so
case.
funny.
You never
So,
know.
so you guys don't get scared anymore, right? Like you guys are used to it, definitely.
Yeah, they kind of well, like in our culture wise, the bears are like our brothers, our family, so we kind of honor them in that way. No hunting, no anything, just let them be, let them roam. Usually all animals though, but mainly the bears, just let them be. And then
I love that.
we had some type of even there was a group that went up there and told us, hey, the bears are looking all thin and hungry up there.
Oh, really?
Everybody was like, okay, let's go feed them. And they went up there and freaking fed them and like crazy. They're like feeling sorry for them, like dogs, right? Whatever, right? Animals. And, oh, let's go feed them. Let's go take care. And then they're all feeding them up there to get them bulkier.
That's cute though. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That was
You
because
guys
all the
love them,
animals
you
were,
know?
that was during our drought time. That's why. Of California
Oh,
drought.
okay.
So that's when they went up there and fed them.
That's so funny.
That's a funny story. What
That's
normal? Let's go feed them. Okay.
community work.
Okay, yeah, community work.
So you grew up there.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. I grew up there and did a lot there. So
That's
yeah, no
awesome.
cell phone reception, you know that.
Oh my God, that
I love
sucked
that.
for a while.
I
It's the
love
best
that.
thing ever.
For periods of time though, yeah, for periods of time.
No one bugging you.
Yeah,
Vacation, fresh
exactly.
air, nothing but cedar, breathing in. Cedar and
Hmm.
pine.
It's beautiful there.
It
I
just
love
snowed
being cut
too.
off
It
from the
just
world.
snowed the other day. Yeah.
It
Huh?
snows there?
It just snowed, yeah. This past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know it snowed up there actually.
Should be melted by now, but I don't think so.
What were you saying when he was when he said that about the snow?
I didn't know it snowed up there.
Oh,
It usually snows
Yeah.
during like Christmas time,
Oh,
but not as
wow.
heavy as it did this time. This time it snowed pretty heavy, which is
Nice. And
good.
I think it's
Which is
probably going to
good.
snow again, right? Because it's going to keep raining and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's good for
That's
us because we get
beautiful.
to collect the water up there when it snows and the animals too. But that means they're coming down too. So we're like, oh damn, here they come.
Oh my God. Well, I hope you guys take me one day too. Maybe you guys know some different places, you know?
Oh yeah, we got redwood and sequoias up there, man.
yeah, we will. I'm just going
Please.
through. I'm just going through some of the comments here. Hi, everybody.
And leave you there. Find your way down. The full experience. Just follow the river down.
Never mind.
The bears will help you.
We got Brazil in here. We got
Wow.
Chile, Texas.
The Yakis, huh?
Hi, James.
That's awesome.
Let me see. Somebody was asking. I'm Yendi. I'm Cachiquel Maya from my mom's side, Mexican from my dad's side. Johnny's from Tule.
I'm nobody.
It's in the middle of California. And then we got Linda. She is from Oaxaca. And let me see. Miami.
Oh yeah, Miami Heat.
Oh, we have a couple of Chico students in here too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Somebody else from Guatemala.
Salvador. El Salvador.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Nice.
Couple from...
That's
All
so
right.
cool.
I have a question about your traje. Is it the
Yes.
same as like with them where you make your traje? Like, I mean, it's best if you make it because there's more meaning to it and you have your medicine in it.
Symbols.
The symbols, where you have
Yeah.
your own story on it. Is it the same way?
So I have two regalias. My first one is Antejuela, and I just bought that one.
Okay.
But my second one is definitely, I guess you could say, custom made to what I wanted and the symbols that I wanted on it. So my best friend actually paints, and that second traje, we put Huehuecoyotl on it, and he's the god of music.
Oh, okay, cool.
So definitely, it just depends what you want. But my second regalia, I definitely wanted it to be more symbolic to what I wanted to represent through it.
Cool. Is it, I'm sure it's not impossible to make, but is it hard, or what's your main material that you use to make them? Because some of them look pretty stiff.
Like the regalias, I think it depends. There's like manta ones, and then there's antejuela ones, and then there's like the beaded ones, and then there's like bordado ones. So it just depends like what type you want. Yes, and also like what type of Mexico what region of Mexico you're from also is heavily influenced in what type of regalia you're gonna use.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, and there's also some danzantes that actually don't carry like the whole feathers, and it's just manta, just white manta.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Does it what's the correct term on what they have on their head when they're dancing? The kupili.
Kupili, yeah.
Who is there specific people that can only wear that?
Well, from what my understanding, it also depends like group by group. There's certain groups that you're not allowed to get your feathers until you know a certain amount of danzas. And then there's other groups that are more lenient about it. Like you could just buy your feathers. So it just really depends. Danza is very, very different. I think in Calpulis, everything is very different. So that's why when I visit other Calpulis, I'm always very mindful that it won't be run the same as where I learned from. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of the same, right? Would you say like when you go to different powwows?
Yeah, with our headgear, I would say, depending on different boundaries, different areas. Yeah, different feathers.
Yeah, feathers too. Those are earned.
Yeah. Definitely like sonaja, yayotes, igual, depends on the group. Some groups are like, well, you don't deserve it yet, you can't get it yet, and other people
stick to one group, or like stick to one group who you're most comfortable with, and then learn from them, and then just kind of just go with what they're doing. I heard about that too. Let's see.
Sorry, you guys cut off a little bit, but I think we're good.
Oh, Quiche. That's where Anna's from. Okay, Linda, let me answer this question really quick before we get back to asking you more questions. So somebody asked about our logo. So yes, I came up with this a while back. So we wanted to include the medicine wheel in it. So of course we have the 4 colors.
4 directions.
4 directions, and it's O, which is for R, and then the I is the yellow for indigenous, and then T is right here, the white. So it's our indigenous tradition. And that's how we came up with the logo.
And the microphone is for the podcast right now.
Of course. So yeah, we wanted to include culture in that, and also have our, somehow incorporate the name of our business on that.
With Indigenous people combined, in R, and then sharing our traditions like we're doing right now. That's the meaning behind it.
Sharing everybody's culture, bringing everybody together, and I really want more people, or I want to start having our shirt more out there, because I feel like anybody can wear that and represent their own culture. Like, this is our indigenous culture, and have like a ribbon shirt on, or have I wouldn't say a huipil because that covers it, but the skirts too.
Yeah.
Or anything else from anywhere else, but that's that's where it all started from. And then we just wanted to bring everybody together. And it's so crazy because we thought about this like years back, and like now I feel like you said, like it's more there's more awareness on it, and it's coming up more. And
Yes.
it's pretty crazy, but I like it. Like outside of the business, I think it's pretty cool that everybody is speaking on it more, being more aware of it, and people wanting to learn about their own culture too, that is not frowned upon.
Of course, of course.
Okay, I need to message Alexis Bernadette, because she says that her family's from Shela, which that's where my grandmother is from, and I wear the Shela traje in powwows when I dance. Yep, Quesaltenango. Yeah.
That's cute. I love that. When you see the people and they're like from the same area, you're like, wow, like that's so
Yeah,
cool.
I know. Yeah, that's pretty cool. As part of learning my
Send the
culture.
DM.
Yes.
Please.
Um,
Should get out of my ear.
I can't even talk to you about it because you're not even gonna know.
I can't even read that.
Part of learning my culture, I got my kids' birthdays in the Mayan
Her kids.
numeral.
Her kids.
Our kids.
That's
I
how she always
say that.
says it. My
I always
kids,
said,
she always says.
You know, hold on, I'm gonna change up the subject a bit, but the reason why I catch myself doing that and is because we grew up in like single family home, and I didn't grow up seeing the mom and dad growing up together.
Let's
so
keep it that way.
So the term of my kids was heard a lot when I was growing up, and I say it unwillingly, and I try to correct myself, but people tell me no. So anyway, that always
her
comes
kids,
up.
her tattoos about her kids, not mine. Those aren't mine.
Anyways, okay, that's pretty cool about the trajes. And what are the shells? I'm sure I'm not naming them right, but what are the shells that you wear on your ankles? What are they called, and what are they made of?
So they're called ayayotes. Some people say chachayotes, and it's from a tree. They're seeds from a tree, and I heard what I learned was that tree only grows in Mexico.
Oh.
Yes, so
like tules in California. Yeah, tules.
Oh. For those of you that don't know, the tules grow in the river too, right? They just come out and stick out. Let me see. So do you let them dry out and then you shape them up, or are they in the shape that they already are in?
I think they're in the shape they already are.
Oh,
I believe. Yeah. We usually just buy them ready.
Yeah, right? Where do you even buy that?
Walmart.
I think it's definitely like how people in our grupos, I guess, people in different grupos, we have our own little vendors, I guess.
Connection, huh?
Yeah. There's definitely, I know Luz Ochoa sells some. You can find her on Facebook. I know there's a guy on Instagram, Yo Soy Danzante. He sells ayayotes as well.
I've seen a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants to say.
Do you have any right there? Or no, they put away?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Are you still unpacking?
I'm actually at my mom's house right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my brother's birthday was yesterday, so she's gonna cut him like a little cake.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the viewers out there, German chocolate cake is for me. All right, that's my cake. FYI, you ever seen
German
it?
chocolate cake. Okay, I'll remember.
That's it.
So you're going to abandon me in Tule somewhere?
Yep.
I keep saying Tule. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
No, that's all right.
Tule.
That's why you're getting left.
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, so going back to the tattoos, I wanted to put the numbers on my fingers, so it's just a reminder of my culture. And then if anybody asks about them, like I could educate them, like, hey, this is what 1 is, 2, 3, so on, like 5, 10, and then you count the little dot, so it's 10, 14 right here. So I couldn't get this one done, but I got this one so far. But yeah, I wanted to get that done. And yeah, I'm still learning, but let me see. So I also want to touch up on, well, we talked about others that want to learn how, you know, you just got to get out there. It could feel intimidating, but a lot of people are very welcoming. Just ask questions. Ask them nicely. Like, don't be rude about it.
Yeah.
And if you forget the numbers, yeah, that's my cell phone number right there. She calls me.
Oh, look, somebody else likes German chocolate cake.
Right.
Would you give any other advice if we didn't touch up on it, or pretty much like what we spoke on if somebody else wants to learn about their culture?
I think definitely don't give up, because I feel that I was blessed enough to come from a family that knew where we were from.
Mm-hmm.
And we were always very connected to, you know, our tierra. But if you don't have that, I could see how that could be very frustrating for some people. So I think definitely don't give up. Start with your elders. I personally love to take videos of my family, especially my grandma, because I feel that she's the one that's like holding it down and has all the knowledge. And, you know, when the day comes that she's not going to be with us anymore, hopefully it's far away from now, but I have all those videos and I have everything that I documented for my familia. So I think definitely don't give up, and always just go back to the motherland, you know, don't be afraid to reconnect in a respectful way as well.
Don't forget to look at the stars, man. In LA, you can only see no stars.
I know, that's so true. That's so true.
That's one thing about her when she came up to our Tule. She was like, man, look at these stars. I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
And I can't see them every day. I'm like, oh, yeah.
He's like, you're welcome.
Okay. Stars right here, babe.
Yeah, it's so nice to see the stars, especially like when it's not cloudy and the stars are bright. Yeah, it's really, really nice. It's crazy.
Special.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy how like the little things like that we don't see and I wouldn't say we take for granted, but
Yeah, we take them for granted.
but if I don't see it, how do I know?
That's true.
Never seen stars before?
Not like
Not like that.
Yeah, not like that. Not like every day.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
YouTube.
So, you do have a business as well. Do you want to share about the stuff that you make? Be quiet.
No.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were being smart. I thought you were being smart. You see what happens when you joke a lot? Then I don't take him serious sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay. I could tell when he's joking because he gets really red. Like he laughs and he gets really red. So I think that's when.
No, it's just hot in here.
But yeah, so I just started my business, Igual. I'm selling shirts. I'm selling stickers. I sell Oaxaca jewelry. So these are like muñecas, traditionally worn by mujeres in Oaxaca. And right now I'm selling masks, and 50% of the proceeds do go to indigenous communities in Oaxaca. And that's something that my mom, sister, and I wanted to start because we know the struggle out there, you know, especially during these times right now. People aren't working, so it's definitely tougher over there. So if you guys want to support us, the masks, 50% of the profits.
What's the name of your website?
It's Hola Soy Linda Hola Soy Linda double L and then .com.
Okay. We'll share that on there as well. Okay.
What?
Now the shirts that you sell, what are the quotes that you have on them again?
So one of them says, mi existencia es la resistencia, which is my existence is the resistance, because, you know, it's true. We're here, we're present, we're practicing our cultura. And then the other one says, morena como la tierra, which in English it translates. Yeah. In English, I think it translates a little weird, you know, but it's definitely like we are the color of Mother Earth. And I love that one. I think that's my favorite one too, just because we need to start being proud of being in our own skin, you know?
Oh, we can talk about that too afterwards, like how brown skin can still be how do you say, like, frowned upon, and even
Frowned
if
upon.
within our own people. But
Exactly.
but yeah, so you said it's a double L right there. Yeah, so your shirt, so you have your shirts, and then you do your mask, which 50% of the proceeds go to Oaxaca. And then you just came out with your stickers. They're so badass. I love
Thank
them.
you. Oh, I do have some stickers here. So.
And it's your little brother, and then you, of course.
Yeah, that's me. And then this is my little brother.
Those are so cool. They came out really good.
Thank you. So I just came out with those yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, I just seen the post. And what made you want to start your own business?
I think the fact that I don't want to work for somebody else the rest of my life, you know, like I definitely believe that we could do it, especially as Native people, you know. We need more entrepreneurs. Is that how you say it? I'm sorry. I think I totally
Entrepreneurs? That's okay.
entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's definitely what motivated me. Like, okay, I need to start grinding for myself, you know. I'm tired of working for somebody else in this capitalist society, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely what pushed me.
And then you also wanted to bring your own culture out there, right? Empower Indigenous people as well.
Of
Yeah.
course, definitely. And also I feel like through the shirts, I definitely do believe people have been feeling empowered. We just need to be proud of where we're from, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Emily wants to know, what does your brother think about the stickers?
My brother loves it.
Uh,
He bought one supposedly, but I'm just gonna give them to him for free. I'm like, dude, you're the one on it. Like, why would I buy it? Why would you buy it? Like,
oh, trying to support his sister.
I know, he's so cute.
Oh, he's gonna be famous now. Stickers gonna be everywhere.
It's funny because he didn't want to do danza. Like he
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
not interested, not one bit. Like he said,
Oh.
I don't want to do it, and I was just like, no, you're gonna do it. And I dragged him to practice, and he loved it. Now he doesn't want to leave.
Some of us need that sometimes. Like, you don't know that it's good for you yet, but go.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's cool. That's so cool. Let me see. What else? Did you want to speak on anything else? Like anything that you do or message you want to put out there?
Well, I think maybe if you guys, people that are definitely going through it during the pandemic right now, if you guys need like a stress reliever, make sure you guys follow me. I've heard that my music helps relax a lot of people, helps them breathe better. And if you guys need those videos, please go follow me. I'm trying my best to like make longer videos on YouTube, but I just moved. But hopefully that's something that I really want to work on, just because I do get a lot of positive feedback with those videos. A lot of people that are definitely going through it right now. And then that's just pushing me to do it even more, because I know that if it's helping me, then it's helping other people, and that makes me feel good.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. I forgot that I wanted to touch on the subject about how having brown skin like is frowned upon, or even even being insulted or called India. Like a lot of our own people use India as like an insult, and it's sad that it's going on, and that a lot of us feel ashamed to have brown skin, and it's so beautiful. Like nobody other has brown skin like us, you know. And so it kind of sucks that even our own people do that to us, to put ourselves down. And I think even like as we're learning through our own culture, that helps us. That I don't even know where I was going with that.
Empowerment.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's okay. It definitely.
Those are called Yendi moments.
Yeah.
Here in this household. So before like those Rango moments when she just pauses.
Have you seen the movie Rango?
No, I haven't
Oh, I
actually.
gotta watch
You
it.
gotta watch it.
Sorry.
There's this scene where one of the animals just like freezes. And
Then
yeah.
I get to do whatever I want. Yeah, you go in there.
So when I saw your shirts, like I thought that was pretty cool, and I like to see that out there. You know, like people are bringing more empowerment to having brown skin, or changing it up to like look positive, so people can
Yes,
change up their mindset about it, like brown, like the Mother Earth, right?
exactly.
Is that? I was trying to
Como
make it. Yeah,
Mother
you're
Earth.
right. Like it sounds kind of.
Yeah. It sounds weird in English, but in Spanish, it's like, okay, I get it. It sounds
Yeah,
romantic.
yeah. It sounds cool.
But yeah, definitely. Especially because so my familia, my abuelo is really, really brown, and then my abuela is really, really light skin. And I had a cousin that came out like my grandpa's skin, and she
Mhm.
was ashamed for a while of her skin color. And I think
Oh.
that's definitely what motivated me more, because my family wasn't like that, but the fact that she felt that from society, that she
Mm.
wasn't as beautiful, or she wasn't as pretty, or when people are like call her prieta, or like just little words like that our own community does, it does hurt. So I think that's why it fueled me to make that shirt. Like, no, like start
Mm.
embracing who you are. It's beautiful who we are. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
No, what shirt's that one? What's it called on your website?
That one I think.
Monday?
Oh, my
Oh no
existence?
no no no
Oh.
no.
The
Right there.
brown one.
He's on your website and he's looking at the shirt. He wanted to know which one it is.
Okay.
The brown one.
Yeah. Yeah. I've also been trying to learn or understand like how you said the word. Ugh, I'm gonna say it wrong. Prieta.
Mm-hmm.
How some people use it as like, oh, like my little brown girl or this and that, but it's actually what is it? Gaslighting or kind of like an insult. It's like
Yeah.
some people don't see it as that, like the ones that are saying it, but it actually is like you're degrading her own skin. Or how some people, I haven't heard this myself, but how some people will say like, oh, go with somebody lighter so you can make the raza better. Or
Oh, I hate that.
and okay, so you've heard that.
I've heard that, yes. I'm
It's
like, I hate when people say that. I'm like, what does that even mean?
I
Like,
know.
I don't understand. I think also definitely, I don't know if you guys know her, Yalitza Aparicio. She's like the
Mm,
first Oaxacan famous Hollywood star that made it to Hollywood. And when she
oh.
barely came out, she had
Mhm.
so much hate from Mexico. Like these famous people in Mexico with, the light skin and the blue eyes and the green eyes, and they're like, she doesn't deserve it. She's from Oaxaca, she's an India, like our own people. And
Oh
I
my
think that's
god.
definitely, I think when she hit Hollywood and all the hate she received, I
Yeah.
think that was definitely an eye opener for a lot of people in
I think I
Mexico,
remember
how
that.
racist Mexicanos could be towards their own.
I think I
Oh,
remember
that's crazy. I mean, like I kind of knew
that.
that she was getting some hate for that, but she's still coming out. She's still coming out strong.
She's doing her thing.
Hmm I know every time I see her out there. Um, yeah, I think it's so cool to see her out there. Um, just, what was her name again?
It's
Oh,
Yalitza.
go down right there. Aparicio. Um,
She came out in Roma, I believe. I think that's what she was nominated for an Oscar. And I thought it was so cute because when she went to the Oscars, she took her mom. She speaks, I
mm-hmm.
think she's Mixteca, I believe, and she speaks Mixteco as well. So that
Okay.
was definitely for me like, oh my God, like, I love
Yeah.
her. Like,
It's pretty cool to see her in the mainstream, and more of this needs to be out there. Again, like I said, a lot of us may do that or don't realize that we're degrading brown skin or indigenous people from elsewhere. I found out that the word India can be like people use it to insult, right? And so then I don't like to hear other people say that, and like some people have said it unknowingly, and like I try to correct them, but then they feel like, oh, I'm not using it wrong. I'm not nothing
mm-hmm.
wrong with it. And I was like, no, you're actually using it in an insulting way. It's not right to say it. And then one of my friends, she's from Quiche, she was telling me, is like, no, you don't use that word at all. It's like, that's so wrong to say. And like, she kind of like schooled me on it too, like just to educate myself on it. And yeah, then I learned that it's like really a insulting word to use.
Yeah. That was India.
I know. Let me see. Did you want to ask her anything else about what she does or anything about her regalia, her culture?
What's the meaning behind the dance?
Okay.
Like, what's
So,
go for it.
so there's different types of danzas. There's maíz, which is literally like the steps of sembrando el maíz, the water hitting the maíz. There's also tochli, which is like to para el conejo, the rabbit. So each danza just has a different meaning. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like its own ceremony, right? Like when
Yeah,
you're gonna.
its own ceremony to it. We have la danza de jaguar. So it's just cool because each danza is different and it has a different meaning and the steps of what it represents. We have tesca, which is a danza that I love to personally do, and it's the reflecting of the mirror. So you're what you're battling through in that moment.
Oh. And is it kind of like the same for it? I know there's some difference in going to different classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Se llaman classes?
Practices, yeah.
But they kind of all follow the same, like the same steps. But it's just like they do it a little different, as far as like teaching or what to wear.
Definitely. So there's different types. I know definitely. I think down south we tend to dance a little bit slower, and up north, so like San Jose, San Francisco, they dance really, really fast. So it just depends where you're learning. And also there's different types of dances. So there's like marcado, which is what Chris taught me, which is like every step needs to be on point, you could say. And then there's other people that don't do marcado. So yeah, it just depends on where you learn the different types of dances. And then also like there's not really an order to it. It's just what you're feeling in that moment and what steps you want to do in that moment.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you actually suited up for a ceremony? Like your first time getting it? Because I do.
I do.
compared to
I was a
now, if you do a
placita
ceremony
vela.
now, how did you feel back then when you first got it and put it on?
I think definitely. I felt like a queen. I ain't even gonna lie. I felt like a queen. I was like, oh my god, this is
Yeah. As you should.
Yeah, and I still feel like a queen now, but definitely, I think I remember like putting on the kupili and the dress, and I was just like, oh my god, like I feel so beautiful right now. I feel like but I was at Placita Olvera. That's the first time I ever wore like a regalia.
Aw.
Is there a certain object that you put on that just you have that connection with?
I think I have a little bracelet. It's like red. I always tend to put it on. I just feel it really protects me, from anything. I just like feeling protected.
Yeah, mine's my beaded headband. Like when that's on, it's on. Because I put my stuff on, and then like, oh, you're cruising around, but then like I put my breastplate on, other be work on, and then the headband, give it the last look. Because last time I'm gonna see it when I take everything off, because I don't strap down, when it's on, it's on. I don't cruise around and take everything off. So I look at my headband. All right, say my prayer. Let's go. And then basically, and then have that feeling like, all right, it's on.
It's on and popping, huh?
Yeah, I'm in the zone.
It's true.
That's what I was asking,
and then
like,
I think it's funny because like I feel confident and very beautiful in regalia versus when I'm just in regular clothes. I'm just like, oh, I just feel like okay. Like when you put the regalia on, it's a whole different type of vibe. For sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's what you see too. Like when I look at the dancers, I'm like, damn, like they got all this on, and I know everybody has their own story going on, and yeah, it looks really, really cool.
Definitely.
And you said like what compared to like now how she feels every time. Oh no, what she said that she always feels the same.
Yeah, I still get
Yeah.
butterflies right before, you know.
Uh, the first time, the first time I even stepped into a powwow, like I was nervous too, but then like, once I got out there, like I just felt so emotional. It's like it just felt good, and I got teary too, and then once I wore my traje, I was like, oh, that felt even better. And
Yeah.
even though I was like the only one that wears a Guatemalan traje in there, well, it's me, and then I found out that there's this other lady that does it too. Um, I didn't feel like ashamed or anything, but I think because at that point I was already like comfortable. I knew like all the protocols, and then because I'm with him, I'm just like, okay, like I'm with him.
Yeah.
Everybody knows him, and he's gonna tell me what to do, what not to do. So, and then I knew people around, so like I was very proud just being in there with my traje, and I don't think I've told you this, but the first time I went in there, and how I told this lady, I mean, what's her name, Alexis, in here on the comments, that the traje that I wear is from Shela, which is representing my grandma from my mom's side. And like the first time I went into the powwows and I was feeling it and I was going through it, I was just saying my prayers and stuff. I smelled my grandmother's perfume,
Oh yeah.
like that old lady perfume, but I was like, oh man, that's so crazy. That's cool. Like she's here with me. I was like, I didn't know this
Mm-hmm.
could happen. I was like, whoa. I was like, oh, and then that's when I felt like all the goosebumps, and like I knew she was there, but
Oh
I
yeah,
thought that was
she
pretty
was
cool.
there. I love
Yeah.
little moments like that, like or like a little hummingbird randomly passing, or you see a hawk randomly flying, and you're just like, okay, like this is where I'm supposed to be in this exact moment, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool.
Smells like an old lady ever since
Shut
now.
up. I'm gonna start to watch just for that. I'm gonna go get that perfume. I was gonna say something else too, or ask you something. I forgot. It had to do something with the. Oh, okay. Um, what do you normally use that you burn before you start your ceremonies? What is it called, and like where does it come from? I know, but I want you to share it like with others.
So definitely we use a lot of copal in our
Okay.
ceremonies. Whoever is gonna start the fire also has to stop the fire, and you
Okay.
also have to bury it at the end. Only you,
Oh,
nobody
okay.
else could touch the fire. And copal is a certain type. It comes from a certain type of tree bark in Mexico as well, I believe.
Oh, I didn't
But
know
that's
that. I thought it was
definitely
some
what
type
we
of
use.
charcoal.
Oh,
Oh.
we do use charcoal, so we use the charcoal and then we put the copal on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is it like a one-time use, or can you reburn
Yes.
it?
It's a
You have to let
one-time
it.
use.
Okay. You
Yeah,
have to
so
just let it
it
burn
usually
out.
comes
So.
like in a big bag. They also sell it, like the same people that sell like ayayotes and stuff. They usually sell like a big bag of it, and it's just a one-time use for sure.
Oh, okay.
It
Do
smells
you
so
have
good.
any? Is there any other type of medicine that you use or that you normally burn, like before starting something,
I know
or
some
like
people
in the?
mix sage in there as well. It just
Oh,
depends
okay.
who's gonna run it in that moment. Some people like to put
Oh,
rosemary. Yeah, it's just really what you want to put in the medicina. But definitely copal is what we always use.
okay, cool. Let me see. This one has been very fun because this podcast, because as I told you, like I'm trying to learn, like I want to get into it, and um, with the whole pandemic happening at this time, I was like I had to stop. But
I think you had asked me for some videos a while ago too, right? And I had told
yeah,
you I was gonna start posting that. But then I
but
had a lot of white people asking me for them too, like a lot. So then
oh,
that's when I kind of was like, you know what? Like I don't
interesting.
think, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but you had also mentioned that you you're still learning yourself, and so you didn't want to put something out there that could be wrong, right?
Exactly.
And Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, yeah, I think you will always be learning something no matter what, at what
Definitely.
stage you are, I guess, at what you're trying to learn.
I think that's something
Um,
also that I've come to conclusion with, that I'm always gonna continue learning. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna reach a point where I know everything.
mhm.
And because it changes so much with different calpulis, that's why I know that cultura is always a forever learning type of thing, and I love that about it.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so now I know, like, okay, I'm learning, but no matter what, I'm still gonna be learning something, even when I already know a lot.
Exactly.
But yeah, you're always sharing stuff on social media, like videos, or like you said, your flute music, your culture, and yeah, I had responded to say like, oh, why don't you make more videos, because I was trying to learn.
Yeah,
But then I understood where you were coming from, and it's just sometimes it's hard to find just one video where like one person is just showing you versus watching like the whole ceremony going, and then you know who to follow or the camera moves and you can't really see anything.
exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Um but yeah, this one was really fun. I'm glad, and thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
here. I have been following
Thank
you
you for
for a
having
while.
me.
I didn't know if you would know who. I'm gonna sound cliche to say this, but like I didn't know if you knew who I was, because I do interact with you on social media.
Stalker
No,
status.
No,
see,
girl. Look, you know what though? Your TikTok videos of you putting in work, like making the masks and making your stuff, I love that. I'm like,
thank
damn,
you.
like I love those videos. So I
Thank
definitely
you.
know
They
your
take
work because I
hours to
see.
make. They take hours to make. Because she's like, oh, my nails look gross. Oh, my makeup doesn't look good. I'm just like, I just want to
Hey, we
eat. I
gotta
just
look good
want to
while
eat.
doing
Just do it
Right?
on
it.
camera. I don't care. I'll just back you. I'm just hungry.
It works though. It works. I love those videos. I'm like, okay, like
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's only half of what you guys see, man. I was thinking, I was going like thinking back. I was pregnant with Jackson.
Per kid.
I was pregnant with Jackson, and Yanessa was about 2 when the whole pandemic started, and I was trying to get like all these masks out as soon as possible. I was
Mm-hmm.
staying up late
New ones being in. Yeah.
I need
with
one
the
of those.
pregnant
Send
belly. I'm gonna send you one.
For
With the
sure.
pregnant
I'm
belly, sewing up
awake.
to up till 2 in the morning. Like nobody sees all that, but like I was just on it,
No,
and
girl. I bet. As a mujer, when I saw that you had just had your baby and then I saw those videos, I was like, oh, I know she's putting in work. She's putting in hella work right now.
I was.
So,
Did you see me when I was
mhm,
cutting the
girl.
fabric on that big table, and you can see my big belly?
Yeah. I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was me. I'm like, I don't care if I'm pregnant. I'm gonna get on this table and cut it. And my uncle was like, Mija, what are you doing? Like, be careful. I'm like, it's okay. I got it. I'm
And
fine. He
then we
goes,
did a business presentation with the casino and
oh, I was
the
gonna do
other
a
day.
video about that too. We were having a meeting with the casino, a business meeting, and then I was having contractions without knowing there were contractions. And later on, a few hours later, I went into labor, and I was the guy was like, okay, come on.
Girl.
The guy, the manager was like, come on, we're gonna show you this and that. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, okay, just go, 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 go. I'll catch up later. And then I was just like breathing, and my husband was like,
Yeah,
Johnny.
her husband.
Johnny
Her
was
husband.
like, I'm like, just go, go, it's fine, I'm fine. And then the guy was all like, are you sure? I'm like, just go, because I didn't want them to just wait there and stare at me. Like, I'd rather just stand here by myself and just like control it, and then I'll
Girl.
step back in. But
You
That
yeah,
real
was like
one for
at
that.
12 and 1 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock is when he came out.
yeah.
Oh my God.
He's wild, huh?
I know. We're here like, damn, I don't think I could do that.
Then she's back to work next week.
I was really trying to give myself a month or two of no work, because right before I had Jackson, I was doing a lot. So that way, that like we would have stock.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Okay.
have a lot in stock, and then I could take a break and things will work in the background.
And
Like
we
were
did,
doing.
and we did, and we did.
We did. It did all happen, but I started working 2 weeks after. Like I couldn't do it. Like
Oh my
I started working,
God.
nothing heavy, but just like it was just like light stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just couldn't, like, I don't know. I just had to do something. while I
You
was.
just have that good bomb ass work ethic, you know? You're just like, I gotta do something, like I have to do something.
You go work the dishes and clean, help me out. I'm hungry, but no.
Not that, no.
But yeah, I got it done though. It was cool.
Yeah, let me know which ones you like, and I'll send them to you. For coming on here with us, and
Of course.
Again, do you have anything else to say? We're gonna end it. But if any of us want to say something to end it before we close it out.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys for even taking me into consideration. I love it.
Of course.
And I love what you guys are doing as well. Like,
thank you. Thank you. No problem. I mean, okay, yeah. Oh my God, I have like so much going on. Like you taught me so much, and I'm just like, where do I even go?
It's gonna be forgot tomorrow. Anyway.
It's a good thing we documented it.
Good thing I got it recorded. I'm gonna look at it right now. It's gonna be watching that again.
Again, thank you so much for coming on here. Those of you that are watching the video, Linda has her website. It's called Hola, Soy Linda. And we're going to link it all in the comments or on the post. We will put it on there.
In the description.
Yes, she sells t-shirts. She just came out with stickers. The mask that she makes, 50% of those proceeds go back to Oaxaca to help out the indigenous people over there. And yeah, that is it for today's episode. Thank you for joining us on the Talking Stick.
Episode 5.
Yep.
Nice.
Again, I'm Yendi. Mm-hmm.
Wishing you guys lots of success with your future episodes.
Thank you.
Yep,
thank you. Good luck on your business as well.
We're thinking about going 2 times a week because they're so.
We are?
What people want them, man.
Okay.
So many people are out there. Just to come on.
Okay.
It's exciting.
It should be fun.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Later, everybody. Have a good week. Stocks are going strong. Anniversary death for my grandma, 15 years, R.I.P. We love you, missed you, and check us out at OITClothing.com. We still